Welcome all to the Nexus Motor City Cup at Kansas Motor Speedway, presented by Degaboys Broadcasting Network. Today we are racing around the 1.53 mile Kansas Speedway, just outside of Kansas City here, with a track temp currently of 77 degrees. We have an ambient of 75 degrees, humidity at 68%, clear skies, and a 3-mile-an-hour wind. This is the top tier Gen 6 open setup cup racing series for the Nexus series leagues that they have. It has 20 degrees of banking in the corners, 9 to 11 on the front stretch, and 5 degrees on the back stretch. Tonight we're going to be watching some of the best drivers in iRacing going at it to see who can conquer here in Kansas. We have a little special video to show you guys. Please sit back and enjoy. Welcome back. We hope you guys enjoyed that. We spent some time on it. Our production manager put a lot of time into that. He did a great job. Expect more. We'll be posting that on our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow us, and we will get straight into qualifying here.
Looks like we're just now wrapping up qualifying. We got about, well, I guess we got 7 minutes left of qualifying. Right now, your fast time is Javone Thompson in that 93 car with a 29.846. Just slightly faster than Rob Collier in second, and Steven Doughton currently third.
On track here, we have Josh Benoit in the 21. Let's see if he can put a flyer down.
Watch out for Stone Cold, Josh Benoit.
P7 he goes. Scott Mayhew currently on track. That beautiful W number 29. See if he can put down a flyer.
Shout out to Dubby, huge supporter of the Degaboys Broadcasting Network. Just want to thank them again for their continued support of our channel.
P11 Scott Mayhew goes. Daniel Simmons is now trying to
big
put down
money.
the hot
Daniel
rod.
Simmons.
Really, we've seen a lot of domination out of this 6 car this year. As we see Jamie Knopf Goes 7th in the 2 car. Let's see if the 6 car can beat that.
Looks like he's tracking good.
And he
Up
goes
to
P5.
5th.
He's still got another lap. Let's see. We're going to go to Jamie Knopf here as he goes across the line. Jamie goes P6. Here comes the 6 car coming out of turn 4 to wrap up qualifying. And the 6 car stays right where he is at. P5 for the 6 car. As of right now, it looks like Javone Thompson is going to get that pole.
Wow, what an impressive lap there by Javone Thompson in the car that smiles back. Putting in a pole run for you this evening.
Fantastic
Look
job.
for some big things out of Javone Thompson. He's got a 3rd place finish at Circuit Villeneuve, and then last week finishing 2nd. Could today be the day he finally moves up to the top of the podium?
3, 2, 1. Possibly tonight, Javone gonna take a shot at conquering Kansas here. Putting in the work. Obviously did a lot of work throughout this past week working on his qualifying setup. Let's just hope and see that his race setup is just as good.
Really excited for this race to see the strategy that these drivers and teams implement here with tire fall off, fuel mileage. It's going to be a very long race. Tires be a factor. Let's see who can manage the pace as the runs go on throughout this race. It'll be very interesting to see who can capitalize.
Oh, looks like we got one on track here. That is Derek Miller. 2.5 minutes to go, somewhere abouts. He's coming out of pit lane, coming off of turn 2. He's going to have 2 full laps and attempting to beat Javone Thompson.
Sporting 7 time here. Looks like he had incident going in turn 1 there.
Spins like a top there. Let's see if he can get back out. Maybe put a singular lap down since he did cross the start-finish line. He's going to cut down his qualifying laps by 1.
Trying to replicate some of that magic he had 2 weeks ago at Circuit Villeneuve when he took the victory there.
Or maybe that was his last shot. Because it does say he has a time put down.
Looks like we're under a minute left here in qualifying. Then we'll have a 5-minute warm-up session, and then we will be taking the green here at Kansas. Some real heavy hitters here in this field. I'm just looking at the starting lineup here, and we got Stone Cold, Josh Benoit starting 9th. We got Roger Saucier. You saw how impressive he was there on Friday, qualified 10th. And then Matt Yost all the way down at 14th. So we got some heavy hitters going to have to make up some ground here from the back.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know that this track is going to be strategy driven. You can have a lot of speed, but if you have the strategy, most of the time, you're going to come out on top. As the checker flag flies for qualifying, Javone Thompson wins pole. Congratulations to that 93 car He's going to lead your field to green today at Kansas.
That car sure smiled back in qualifying, putting up a pretty dang impressive lap there. 29.846 is your pole time. He was flying.
Absolutely. So we see Rob Collier in that O2 car hit the track and warm up. This is going to be a car to watch tonight.
Mr. Showtime. Mr. Showtime will be making his presence felt here tonight. I guarantee that.
I think the biggest thing that these drivers are going to have to do is just keep a clean car throughout the race. It is so easy to go into these corners and slap the wall or rub against the wall. Usually, that high lane through 1 and 2 is the fastest way. Sometimes you can adjust your car, your setup, to account for maybe some bottom line driving. But again, we don't know, but we will see during the race what the fastest lane is. So we see Javone Thompson in that 93 car warming up.
I'm really excited to see the lane progression as we go through this race, to see how people are able to, or these drivers are able to manipulate their cars, either top lane, outside lane, how much the groove adjusts as the race goes on, and tire wear specifically. See how much the tires are affecting their long run pace.
Absolutely. And these drivers, being an open setup league, they get to adjust their cars coming down pit road. They have options as track bars and tire pressures and whatever else they need to get that car driving right, as we see Javone Thompson get a little loose coming out of turn 4. Hopefully that's not going to be the case during the race.
Could be all in how he set that car up too. Maybe he wants to start off a little loose, knowing that once the tires wear, he's gonna tighten up as the run goes along. Could be a strategy call right there with Javone Thompson. We sure know he has a rocket ship. He proved that in qualifying.
Absolutely.
See how he does as the runs go on here tonight.
Absolutely. Possibly setting up for the long run here in this 93 car. We'll keep our eyes on this guy as we switch on over to Daniel Simmons as he puts the fastest lap down for warm-up here. Best race setup, possibly. Maybe not as good for his qualifying setup, but he is absolutely flying here.
I expect big money Daniel Simmons to make his way to the front before this race is over. Really having just an exceptional year behind the wheel of that number 6 car.
Absolutely. He is having, I guess, what you would call a career year here in the Motor City Cup.
Your current points leader currently has 6 wins on the season in this series. The only multi-time winner in this series this season, or multi-race winner. So it looks like our warm-up session's winding down here. We got 14 seconds left. We'll be getting ready to go green here.
Absolutely. Warm up 5 seconds away from wrapping up here in Kansas. We got a lot of heavy hitters starting mid-pack. Back of the pack, we've got Javone Thompson who flexed muscles up in Canada a couple weeks ago. He's starting on pole. We got a lot of cool stuff going to be happening tonight. We're going to start out with rounding out your top 12. In first place here tonight, Javone Thompson in the 93 car with his pole starting on pole tonight. Rob Collier starting second with Zip Tie Racing in the 02 car.
Starting third, last week's winner at Talladega, Stephen Doughton with Geo Oaks starting fourth.
Daniel Simmons, one of your heavy hitters in this league, starting fifth tonight, hailing out of Carolina in that number 6 car, with Jamie Knopf in the number 2 car, also hailing out of Carolina. He is going to be starting 6th.
Starting 7th, Dallas Seward in the 38 car, with Matt Steven in the 98 to his outside in 8th.
Josh Benoit in the 21 car, part of Hideaway Motorsports, starting 9th. Roger Saucier in the 4 car, starting 10th.
And rounding out your top 12 starters, we have Mitchell Samito in the 8 car, hailing from Georgia, and Robert Gass in the 87, starting in the outside of the 6th row in 12th.
That is your top 12, presented by Dega Boys Broadcasting Network. We're going to go straight to the race here. Javone Thompson is getting ready to go green flag. Lights out on the pace truck. Of course, no other saying in the world here. That means we're going green flag racing. This time by the 93 car going to be leading your field to green as we see all the cars bunch up here at Kansas. Who is going to conquer in Kansas today? We don't know. Javone Thompson leading the field to green, gets a good jump in front of Rob Collier in the 2 car. Going into turn 1, the 93 all by himself with Rob Collier in the 02 car behind him. No changes as of now. That 93 car is your leader off of 2.
Looks like Rob Collier down the back has a run on Javone Thompson. He takes it to the inside to go around Javone Thompson. He wants the lead lap 1 here at Kansas.
Rob Collier in that 02 car takes charge here and completes lap 1. He is your leader going into turn 1.
Looks like Javone Thompson settles in there in second. Stephen Doughton clears out up into third. And Daniel Simmons, big money, running fourth.
As we see the field spread out a little bit, we got a little bit of a battle back here. We are still side by side. Matt Steven on the bottom side of the 5 car of George Oaks.
We saw Matt Steven. He started 8th there. He's already making some ground up. I guess he's still leveled out at 8th, but it looks like he's charging hard towards Kanoff here.
As we see that 21 car just ripping the top side. He is the only one I've really seen. Dude, look, he's ripping the top side again. The 21 car taking a different line than most other people. Is it going to pay out for him?
Stone Cold Josh Benoit driving hard on the outside. Not really worried about tires early on in this run.
As we see first, second, and third kind of go off into their own distance there. About a 1.1 second lead between third and fourth. We're seeing a good side-by-side battle here with the cars of the 2, 38, 21, and 98. The 38 and 2 getting close to each other, and we are 3 wide off of 4.
Huge stack up. There's like 6 cars under a blanket as we go into turn 1. Still 3 wide. Josh Benoit on the outside. Seward in the middle. Kanoff on the bottom. Looks like Seward clears Kanoff off of 2.
Kanoff releasing that position to the 38 as we see the 38 get a little squiggly down the back straight. The 21 is still ripping that top side. doing a great job up there. Still side-by-side racing back here in 8th.
Stone Cold Josh Benoit looking at 4th on Simmons here, making up incredible time on that outside line. Really the first one to test the waters here, and you see others behind him trying it as well.
Josh Benoit starting a trend. Everybody's following him now. He must be finding some speed.
That's one thing I was curious about coming in here, is to see the lane progressions as this race goes on, as we've got like 12 cars under a blanket here for 5th.
Jamie Knopf in that 2 car, still stuck on the bottom side. He must be liking it. They are still side-by-side racing, going through 1 and 2. Some great, as we see a little wreck behind us.
Got a caution. Oh, no, he saves it. No caution, my bad. Just lost it there. Mayhew Jr. off of 2. Oh, as we're wrecking down the front, Daniel Simmons is around. Oh, Henderson, or Derek Miller's into him. Simmons is rolling upside down on his lid.
That is a yellow flag there. We did not get that coverage, but that is okay. That 6 car with some major damage. We're going to go look at this replay. This yellow flag coming to you.
Look like him and Seawork got together. I'm not sure.
Let's watch it. Oh, a little bit of netcode there. Ah, and Derek Miller just catching the side of that 6 car, rolling him over. A little bit of netcode, a little bit of take, a little bit of no give there. That's just unfortunate for that 6 car. You're a heavy hitter tonight.
Yeah.
Getting in a big wreck here. Real early. We go back live.
Coming in to make a pit stop here. Man, just bad luck there for Derek Miller after that qualifying run. Mired in the back and just nowhere to go.
Unfortunate for that 48 car, for the 6 car, and that 38 car, Dallas Seward. This is really not. Looks like a fault of many. Looks like it's a server issue by iRacing.
We have a lot of leaders coming down pit road here. I guess anybody from like 6th back decided to pit here.
Daniel Simmons taking that quick repair. We're going to go with Mitchell Samito, the leader of the cars going down pit road. So we see the top 6 stay out.
I mean, I don't really see any bad ideas here pitting. I mean, you're running behind the leaders anyway. Why not get off strategy?
Looks like fuel
This
only
is an interesting call.
for the 8 car. So he comes out of pit lane. George Oaks here. He's taking right sides. Let's see if he takes 4. And he is. He's going to take 4. Derek Miller. He hopped out of the car for a second. Gets back in.
Probably some pretty extensive repair work there on the nose of that 48 car.
As we see a little crinkle in that right front of that 29 car of Scott Mayhew Jr. He's going to elect to not use his quick repair. He's heading back out on track. We're going to catch back up with the leader, Rob Collier.
Those front 3 were really fast on that first run. They kind of checked out, and then you saw Benoit up on the outside ripping it. He was making up some ground before that caution. Be interesting to see now that he's closer to the front if he can make a challenge for that lead here off this restart.
Absolutely. The 02, the 93, and the 09 getting away from the pack, making their own lead pack. But that 21 seemed to get a little bit of speed there at the end. Let's see if the 21 could be a contender, or even the 2.
This would be a good test to see how important those tires are. I saw the tires go on that 60 car with Henderson. I think he's the first one on new tires. So this will be interesting to see if he can make up some ground here.
Lights off on the pace truck. That means we're going green flag racing. This time by the O2 car is going to lead the field to green. Let's see if he can get a good jump and stay out front. The O2 car, again, leading the field to green, gets a great jump over the 93 car. The 93 car possibly going to prevail on the outside. As you see Steven Down, the 93 tags the wall there a little bit. Josh Benoit looking to go 3 wide. He thinks better of it. Javone Thompson, amazing he is. He grabbed a little bit of damage on that right front going into turn 1.
As we're 3 wide going into turn 3, Seward on the bottom in that 38 car. Maybe he's found something. Javone Thompson's getting tight off the corner. Maybe that damage coming into play.
Javone Thompson prevails. He holds on to second place as here comes Josh Benoit ripping that top lane. Almost going 3 wide with Dallas Seward and Steven Downton.
Josh Benoit's been really impressive up there on the outside. Really kind of leading that charge up there.
Absolutely a great job by Josh Benoit to get himself into third place here. Ripping that outside. Steven Downton trying to contend with him. A great battle in front of us right now. Top versus bottom. As Steven Downton gets a little loose coming off of turn 2, that allows Seward in the 38 car to come on by. He has a run on Josh Benoit.
As you see Kanoff coming back up on the outside, and you see Henderson there on those new tires. As Kanoff looks to the inside of Downton, as Henderson's like, where should I go?
Henderson had a huge run in that 60 car. Nowhere to go with it. He is stuck behind the 09 car. The 09 car is getting loose. He runs into the 2 car, back up into the wall. No caution. Everybody keeps it straight. Lots of damage to that 09 car.
Oh, just unfortunate. He got a little tight off or loose off that corner and just chased it up the track. Caution's out. Looks like Matt Yost is around.
Matt Yost getting some significant damage to the rear end of that car and the right side.
That right side is pancaked a bit there.
Let's take you back to this yellow flag replay. Let's go on board with this one. We'll bring you on board for the Dega Boys onboard camera. Oh, something happened to the 4 car. Oh, Matt Yost was trying to avoid and got into the 5 car of George Oaks. Go back to that yellow flag. I kind of would like to see what was going on with that 4 car. He possibly got loose out of turn 2. Roger Saucier in that 4 car.
He went to avoid the 60. Yeah.
And just didn't get back up on track on time. Oh, barely hit, almost hits that car. Matt Yost goes to avoid and just bad luck. Bad luck.
Just a whole lot of cars and not a lot of real estate there. As we see the leaders pitting. Looks like Simmons is going to lead them off pit road here. As Matt Stephen, Jonathan Golden stayed out. Well, that shakes up the running order. Rob Collier came in as your leader. He's going to be in 6th now. Benoit leaps Javone Thompson up to 7th. Got some new players at the front of this field here.
This is good stuff. We're seeing some shakeup with these drivers. Right now, Matt Steven in that 98 car, part of Ace Racing, your leader.
Looks like they got that car for Simmons repaired. Let's see what kind of speed that car has in it. Now that he's closer up to the front. This is what you love to see about racing, is all the different strategies playing out in front of your eyes.
As you can see on the left side of the screen there, we have actually a few cars with 2 stops. Daniel Simmons, Roger Saucier, Mitchell Samito, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, both with 2 stops. Matt Steven and Jonathan Golden, 1st and 2nd, only with 1 stop.
It's like they're bunching them back up. Oh, as we see another car dart on pit road.
Scott Mayhew in the 29. Excuse me.
This will be a a Seaward. You saw how quick he was on that first run.
Absolutely. That's a real good looking car there too. I like that one.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of Lego blocks stacked up on each other there. That's a really cool paint scheme. So fast he took all the wrap off the back of the car there.
We'll go back up to the lead here. We see lights off on the pace truck. We're going to be coming with lap 20 of 133 when we restart this race. Matt Steven is going to lead it. 103 laps to go. As the pace truck comes off of the racetrack, the 98 car gonna lead this field to green. Let's see if he can get a jump on the 86 car. Green flag is in the air. The 98 car getting a good jump there with the 6 car behind him. That 6 car looking mean as he is on the all over the rear bumper of that 98 car. There is nothing forming on that top lane. As we see them go 3 wide, we're going to see a good battle here between the 6 and 98.
Big money Daniel Simmons to the inside of Matt Steven down the backstretch. As you see Samito looking on the very outside trying to make it 3 wide as Benoit goes right back to the wall. Simmons to the lead.
Matt Stevens is your leader that time around. The 6 car trying to get everything he can to pass that car as we're seeing a 3 wide situation with 821 and 02, and they're going to be wrecking. The 02 car trying to save it as he smashes the inside wall, and the yellow flag is out.
Oh, that's a tough scenario right there for Collier. When you're the inside guy, 3 wide squeeze, it's usually the guy on the bottom that gets the worst end of that deal.
Collier running out of luck here on lap 22. Got lots of damage to that car. We are going to take you back to that yellow flag to get a more in-depth view of what actually happened. It's Rob Collier. You can already see sideways. Not a lot of real estate we're looking at between this 3 wide situation of the 821 and 02 cars. Let's watch it play out.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there for all 3 of those drivers. It gets so narrow off that corner there. Just all came together. Unfortunate there for Showtime getting into the inside wall there.
Absolutely. Just a lot of bad luck that happened there. A lot of take. Not a lot of give. Rob Collier coming out on the bottom. Let's see if he uses his quick repair.
Looks like Benoit came out to pit too. Maybe he had a little bit of damage on that left side with the contact from Collier.
Collier taking his quick repair on lap 23 of 133. If it's anything that we know about, the O2 car is probably just going to chill in the back a little bit and be there at the end. Josh Benoit got a little bit of right front damage there. And left front. We'll see how good his car does with that little bit of damage. We know aero is important here. With especially the line that he's taking. He's got a little bit of rear end damage too. That line he's taking on the top there, he needs to have as much downforce as he can. Ripping that top lane. Maybe we'll see that 21 car a little bit later in the race when he uses his fast repair.
It looks like we got a report from pit road. Hey, Jared, what do you got down there?
Hey guys, I just had an interesting listen in with Ace Racing. It seems like the general consensus of them is patience. Be very patient. Their focus right now is to conserve what they have, conserve their tires, conserve their fuel. They recognize it's a long race to go. Just be very patient and see if we can wheel this thing to the finish.
Awesome.
Alrighty, thank you, Jared.
So there's your report from Ace Racing. They're going to be playing conservative for these beginning laps of this race here in Kansas. Ace Racing currently the 4 car, the 98 car, the 8 car, and the 87.
Yeah, they have 2 of the top 4 spots right now on the track. Or 3 of the top 4 spots. So, they're looking mighty strong so far.
I think once you can get that clean air and out front, you can do a lot with that car. Make it do what you want. Once you start getting into traffic, getting that dirty air is when you really got to do some hard racing. You burn some tires. And then overall, you're going to have a really bad long run car as we see the lights go out on the pace truck.
It's like Matt Stevens trying to bump draft that pace truck there.
It's got some trash on that grill.
Reminds me of old Kyle Busch when he went and gave a nice little shove to the pace car back in the day.
Yeah.
He's anxious. He's ready to go racing, man. They said patience, but there's nothing more thrilling than leading the field to green.
So far, 98 car doing a great job to stay out front. That clean air comes at a premium. He really doesn't have a lot to worry about. He's got 2 of his teammates behind him, making up that second row. That 6 car on the outside is his competition right now. Let's see if Matt Steven can get a good restart here. As the pace truck pulls off, we're going green flag racing. Matt Steven in the 98 car, gonna lead your field to green. Lap 25, coming to 26. And the 98 car gets a phenomenal start. Pushing out way ahead of the 6 car. As we still see side-by-side racing with everybody else in the back of the pack. Not a lot going on. That 98 car, or that 6 car, getting a really good draft. He's going to get a run going down this back straightaway into turn 3.
Big money looking for the lead. Daniel Simmons. Looks like he's going to fall back in line on the inside. Doesn't seem like he wants to run that outside just yet. Showing a little bit of patience there out of that 6 car.
6 car possibly saving his stuff as he takes the same line as the 98 car, getting some of that dirty air. And they all come out in a single line, coming out of turn 2, as the 98 car going into turn 3 is your leader.
Looks like Steven Doughton up to third on the inside of Saucier. Henderson behind him. He's trying to make a charge back to the lead.
Henderson sneaking up there. Has a pretty fast car. As we see the 09 car get a little loose, hitting the apron. You see Tim Henderson in the 60 car go right by him. Tim Henderson is going to challenge this 4 car for third place.
Tim Henderson trying to make it work on the outside. Looks like he's going to get side by side with Saucier here as we go into turn 1. Can he clear him off of 2?
That 60 car inching ahead of the 4 car coming out of turn 2. The 60 car of Tim Henderson takes away third place.
That 60 car is looking mighty racy right now.
As he's already coming up to the back bumper of this 6 car. Rob Collier coming into the picture. He's side-by-side racing with Downton in 5th.
What more do you expect from
Oh,
Showtime?
Downton
This
into
guy's
the
just
wall.
going.
He saves
it.
And Benoit just comes out of nowhere. Ripping that top side. Coming past the 09 car. The 09 car collects himself as we see Rob Collier in the 02 car already up to 4th place. Passing that 4 car, Roger Saucier.
Showtime driving through the field up to 4th. That car is a rocket.
He's already challenging the 60 car and the 6 car for 2nd place. He's going to take it 3 wide into turn 3, and he makes it stick. The 6 car relents to the 02 as the 02 goes side by side with the 60 car coming out of turn 4. Excuse me. They are still side by side.
Showtime. Rob Collier making it 3 wide on the inside. The 6 of Simmons backs out as Collier is trying to make a run for the lead.
Fantastic driving by that 6 car. Wanted to point that out. He did everything he could to not make a wreck there as the 02 car continues his drive to the front. The 98 car being a moving chicane for the 02. We have a 3-way battle for the lead.
Rob Collier trying to find any clean air he can to get the run off the corner. Here he comes to the inside. Steven gets loose off of 2. And Collier, your new leader, going into 3.
Showtime getting it done here in Kansas. He is your new leader. Coming out of turn 4, Tim Henderson in that 60 car also passes the 98 of Matt Steven.
Showtime, Rob Collier. His car is an absolute rocket ship tonight. Comes from the back to the lead in just a handful of laps. Looking to check out on 2nd place Henderson right now.
Rob Collier putting down some flyers. 30.33 his last lap compared to a 30.46. He is hauling the mail.
So we just completed lap 38 of this race. Looks like the battle for seconds kind of evened out here. As Simmons gets tight off of 2. Wow.
That allows for the 4 car to come up, possibly challenge this 6 car, as the 6 car is trying to get around the 98. Can't find a way around.
They're running about equal lines. It looks like Simmons is trying to get to the outside. Maybe his car just isn't handling too great right there in the middle of the track.
We got a 3-wide battle back here in 12th place with Scott Mayhew, Josh Benoit, and Steven Downton. Steven Downton still fighting that loose race car.
Gosh, this is the lowest I've seen Benoit all night. He was looking like a slot car for the beginning of this race, just rim riding.
Lots of damage to the cars back here in the pack. They're just trying their best to get to the end of the race, to use their quick repair, to have a shot at winning this race. We're seeing some great side-by-side battles with these cars. They're doing a great job.
Looks like Mayhew up on the outside here of Oaks. Maybe recovering a little bit from that incident earlier. Oaks slides up in front of his nose. Heads up driving by Mayhew not to make contact there.
We shoot back up to the front here. We see Daniel Simmons finally got around Matt Steven. Looking on your left side here, Daniel Simmons 4/10 quicker than that 98 car last time by. Again pulls another 4/10 on him, as Tim Henderson in that 60 car running just about the same lap times as the 6 car, but Rob Collier is just ripping the track right now. In first place, a 10th faster than second or third.
Looks like Jamie Kanoff in that number 2 car is running pretty identical lap times to the leader right now. He's flying through the field.
He is. He is doing a great job moving that car through the pack. Daniel Simmons pulling the fastest lap around last time by. He is on the bumper of this 60 car.
To the inside off of 4. Looks like he's going to be side by side at the line there for second. See if he can make this pass and hunt down your leader, Showtime Rob Collier.
Looks like this 6 car is going to complete this pass on the 60 car. He does, off of turn 2. Second place, Daniel Simmons. He is marching his way to the front.
Yeah, Simmons is currently running pretty consistent lap times with your leader, Collier. He's actually running faster than Collier that last time by. This time even.
This time around, Jamie Knopf running the fastest lap time. He is in 5th place. He is also marching to the front with Javone Thompson. Javone Thompson pulling the same lap time. As we see these 2 drivers, the fastest 2 drivers on the track right now, battling it out for 4th place.
Yeah, this is going to be a good battle right here. As it looks like Jamie Knopf goes to the outside.
That outside lane seems to be rubbering in the preferred lane for a little bit more speed, as we see the 93 car get a little bit of loose off of 2. That 2 car is going to pounce on that opportunity. He's going to go side by side with the 93 car going into turn 3.
Well, it looks like the groove, as you mentioned, is widening out here a little bit. Being able to use that outside more efficiently here. As Kanoff makes the pass here for 4th on Javone Thompson.
Phenomenal job by that 2 car to get around a car that's running basically the same lap times as him. The fastest car on the track that time by Daniel Simmons.
So that answers that. We were kind of thinking that he was setting it up for race pace. He's got the long run pace down here. Just working on his lap time. Yeah, he's about a tenth and a half quicker that time by than your leader Rob Collier. So he's closing that gap. As we got a car sliding through the grass, it's Josh Benoit. Caution's out.
And the bad luck continues for that 21 car of Josh Benoit. Heartbreak. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag caused by the 21 car. 21 car, as you can see, is already sliding through the grass. Well, it looks like it's a little bit further. Let's go ahead and get a different camera view. As we play this clip for you, see what happens to the 21 car going through 3 and 4. He's collecting
Makes
the wall.
contact with the wall.
And just never recollects. Doing a great job to keep that car off the wall after he already made contact with it. Josh Benoit having a pretty unlucky night so far.
Yeah, just really ever since that incident there with Collier, as we see your leader, Collier, Simmons, they're coming down to pit. Oh, we got a busy pit lane. Here comes everybody.
Give you this camera view here as we see the whole field coming down pit lane except for the number 70 and the number 60. We're going to see who's going to win the race off of pit road here, as seemingly everybody's going to be taking 4 tires. As you can see, Javone Thompson now in that number 1 pit box taking 4 tires. We're seeing people leave already.
Wow, that number 1 pit stall paid off for him. As you see, Simmons out first, Kane off second, and Thompson third. Where's Collier?
There's Collier.
Wow, Collier lost a lot of spots on pit road. Wow. Looks like we got a report from pit road. Hey, Jared, what do you got down there?
Hey guys, I just spoke to the number 6 of Daniel Simmons. He said his car's feeling really good. He got caught up in that wreck earlier, and he's been running on old tires, but he's just getting some new tires put on there, and he's hoping he's going to make a big, long run. He can actually make some ground and have a chance to win this thing.
Wow, that says a lot to that car right there. That means he was on 45, 46 lap old tires and still pulling those types of lap times. Fantastic job by that 6 car. He has the long run car to beat.
Wow, that is breaking, right? On old tires, setting just an incredible pace there.
Impressive,
Woo.
really.
Got 4 Mr. Feelgoods on that thing now. Oh, man, watch out. They might be blistering fast.
The 6 and the 2 car being teammates, they are leading this race.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Collier there. He lost a solid 8 or 9 spots there on pit road. He's right now running 13th on my tracker. 14th. Wow. That's developing.
As we go through the field here, Javone Thompson in the 93 car in 3rd place. Roger Saucier in the 4 car in 4th.
We have Jonathan Golden out here in 5th. And Mitchell Samito running here in 6th. He was ripping the outside earlier.
He was. We got George Oakes in the 5 car in 7th, and Josh Benoit. He took that quick repair. He is back out on track. Can we see that 21 car go to the lead?
Looks like we got Matt Steven up here in 10th, and in 9th we have Mayhew Jr. Maybe recovered from his earlier incident to rebound to a 10th place running or 9th place running order as we run.
Great job to all of these guys. We also see Matt Steven back here, your previous leader of the race, getting past that time around. But we see lights off on the pace truck. We are going green, this time by the number 6 car of Daniel Simmons. He is going to lead your field to green. Let's see if he can get a jump on his teammate of Jamie Knopf. As he gets away pretty nicely there, the 6 car taking a very good jump, a good lead into turn 1 with the 2 car behind him as they go straight to the bottom to round out your first and second corners. We're seeing some good side-by-side racing behind the 6 and the 2 with the 93 and the 4. The 86 and the 8 behind them make a little bit of contact.
Wow, that was aggressive off that back there, as you see Benoit trying to take advantage of both of them here and take that thing right back to the outside. And Saucier's challenging Kanoff for second.
As he rips the top side as well. He has a little bit of a progressive line coming off the exit of the corner. He is low, getting himself a great angle off the corner to get a run on that 2 car and try to make a pass into turn 3. The 4 car and the 2 car side by side through 3 and 4.
Wow, he drove that thing in deep and it's stuck, and now here he comes up to second as Javon Thompson's now peeking to make it 3 wide in the middle.
Some great racing we're seeing here. The 93 car wanting a chunk of this action. The 4 car almost completing the pass on the 2 car. The 93 car looking to make it 3 wide. He does going into turn 3. As we still see them 3 wide, here comes Rob Collier wanting to join the action as well, as we see a little bit of close action between the 4 and the 2 car.
Looks like Rob Collier, Showtime himself, got loose up there off of 4. Held on to it. Now he's looking to challenge this battle between Saucier and Kanoff, as Benoit still ripping the outside like he has been all race.
Benoit backing off from this battle a little bit. The 4 car blocking the 0-2 car, going down the back straightaway. That forces him to the middle. We see the 4 car on the bottom side, the 2 car on the very top, and the 0-2 in the middle. The 0-2 car trying as much as he can to get around this pack.
3 wide down the front stretch going into turn 1. Saucier thinks better of it, backs out. Collier up to second from the back. And they're running down your leader, Simmons. Oh, man.
As the 2 car makes a pop out to try and get on the inside of the 0-2, he does. They go side-by-side racing into turn 3. This is turning into a 3-way battle for first place. The 2 car puts a slide job on the 0-2, but the 0-2 rebounds onto the inside, and he is on the apron on the inside of the 2 car going into turn 1.
The best iRacers in the business putting it together here at Kansas. Is Collier still on the inside of Kanoff? Neither of them are going to relent that position. Still fighting hard.
All this happening while Daniel Simmons just continues to run his line, not trying to burn up those tires as much. We know he has a great long run car. The 0-2 car has to capitalize now and get in front of him if he has a shot.
Yeah, Kanoff, he hasn't even moved from that top line. He's getting a great run off every time. Looks like he'll follow in behind Collier here. Where does Collier go? To the bottom into turn 3. He wants the lead, and he's going to get it.
Collier taking control of that lead, grabbing it by the throat. Your 0-2 car is the leader of lap 57.
So we see Simmons back around him on the outside. Big money versus Showtime. We are seeing a show right now.
Side-by-side racing for basically the top 7 cars. We've got a great race happening in front of us. Turn 3, we are still 2 wide with the leaders. The 0-2 car trying to take away that lead again. Coming off of turn 4, your leader, 0-2 car.
As they run side by side, the pack is bearing down on them. As you see a whole slew of cars trying to get in mix in this battle.
And here comes Josh Benoit. He wants a part of this action. As the 0-2 car goes to the outside of the 6 car, the 6 car is going to try to cut him off, and he does. The 6 car relents and holds on to the lead going into turn 3.
If you're sitting down, I bet you're not anymore. This is getting exciting here as we're closing in on the halfway mark. Still running about 4 cars under a blanket for the lead.
The 0-2 car of Rob Collier making a statement tonight. I can run with these guys. I have the setup. I have the car. And he is proving that right now, running with these top three, of which one of them is him, as he's still trying to work his way around the 6 car.
Collier just still can't put it together enough to take the lead from Simmons. If you were thinking tire conservation, don't think that anymore. They're running these things as hard as they can go. As Collier the lead off of 2.
02 car clears the 6 car coming off of turn 2. He has a good half car gap in front of the 6 car. The 6 car is going to meet up to his rear bumper. Not going to do anything into turn 3. The 02 car has taken control of this race.
Wow, I did not see that coming. From the back to the lead. Simmons ain't giving up on it, though. Right in the tire tracks of Collier into 1. As Benoit is going for 3rd on the inside of Kanoff.
Kanoff ripping that top side as the 21 comes up beside him as he tries to get the bottom lane to move. It's not going to work. Here comes Daniel Simmons to try and contend for the lead. The 2 car on the outside of the 6 car. The 02 car still in control of this race. Coming out of turn 4. He's going to lead this lap.
Man, this race is heating up. Nobody's really showing to be the dominant car right now. You got 5 cars right here under a blanket as Kanoff clears to 2nd.
The 2 car is in 2nd. We saw the 6 car back off a little bit. He goes back to 4th place as the 2 car is now challenging the 02 coming off of turn 4. The 2 car grabs the lead and he is going to lead this lap, lap 63.
As now Benoit to the outside. Kanoff, we haven't seen him leave the outside for a certain amount of laps now. And Benoit been running it all night. They're both going to go around Collier here.
Josh Benoit ripping that top side since the beginning of this race. I'm starting to think some other drivers took some notes off of this guy. He is hauling.
Jamie Kanoff is going to lead this lap. Benoit right in his tire tracks. Now Benoit's going to have to use the inside, something he hasn't done a whole lot here to make this pass on Kanoff, who's in his preferred line. Simmons fights back on the inside off of 2.
And here comes the 6 car coming off of turn 2. He is trying to challenge that 21 car for 2nd place. Let's see if he can do it coming off of 4. The 21 car inches away from the outside.
Looks like they get single file down the front here again. Benoit, he's going to have to find something different here if he's going to get by Kanoff.
The 21 car trying to find his way around the 2 car of Kanoff. We see the 6 car trying to make a run on the 21. It's not going to happen this time around. Let's see if the 21 can make a charge to the lead.
Wow, Kanoff up on the outside is able to run that line just so smooth. Hasn't made a mistake or anything yet. Still holds your lead over Benoit, who's pressuring him.
Benoit taking the inside line. He is side by side with the 2 car. The 21 is not going to be able to pull it off. Let's see if the 6 car can get a run on the 21.
Look like Benoit got loose off at 2. Hangs on to it. As Simmons is going to look to the inside now.
Still single file, coming to the end of lap 67. The 21 car all over the rear bumper of the 2 car. It looks like the 21 is a lot faster than the 2 car. Coming off of 4, that's his run. And he can't make it happen as they go side by side for 2nd place, the 21 and the 6. The 6 car not having enough speed going down the back straightaway, and the 21 prevails.
Looks like the lane has changed. Everybody wants that outside. You saw Collier get off the bottom. Simmons is getting off the bottom.
That top line coming into play here. Not a lot you can do on that bottom lane as we just see a train going into turn 1, bumper to bumper. The 6 car going side by side with the 21, but can the 21 prevail going down the back straightaway? It looks like it, but they are still side by side going into turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like the inside line has lost its dominance here, and everybody's rotating to the top. It's just such a hard pass to make down there on the bottom as Simmons has to fall back in line behind Benoit.
Simmons not being able to do a lot around this 21 car, and the 21 car not being able to do a lot around this 2 car of Jamie Knopf, who is your leader right now. He is just logging laps as we see the 21 grab a little bit of the wall there in 3 and 4. He's going to lose a lot of speed. The 6 car is going to capitalize on it.
Wow, got just a little bit out of the groove. He's going to lose second spot to Simmons as Collier looks to the inside for third.
Collier making a comeback right now, side by side with the 21 of Josh Benoit. Josh Benoit putting the pedal to the metal, inches away from the outside wall. The 21 car prevails going down the back straightaway, but we are side by side again through 3 and 4.
Wow, we're still side by side. Inside line out of 4 just cannot get around that outside line. As Simmons is on the bumper of Kane off.
Simmons in this 6 car has a very fast car. So does the 2 car. They're having some good long run speed. This 6 car of Daniel Simmons trying to take control again of this race. He's got a good run going down the front straightaway.
Those cars are pretty even right now. It's hard to make a pass when you're running even lap times with the guy you're trying to pass.
As we see Rob Collier in the O2 car ripping the bottom. The 21 collects in the wall again. How much more can that right side take? As he's in the wall again. Josh Benoit. He is struggling.
He's pushing it for all it's got. Stone Cold Josh Benoit making it very difficult for Collier right now. Even in the wall and still able to maintain pace with your leaders here.
And look at that. The 93 car looking to get a chunk of this action. Javone Thompson coming out of turn 2. Looking to possibly take it 3 wide. Thinks better of it. He's going to be a part of this action now.
Gosh, Benoit is making it difficult on Collier. As you see Simmons still on the bumper of Kane off his teammate. It's Benoit's around, into the wall, into the grass. He saves it. We stay green.
We kind of saw that coming in the 21 car, making a lot of contact with the outside wall. It is a shame he had a fast car. I don't know if he can get back up to the field. We need a caution for him so he can get some fresh tires and make some more runs to the front.
As your leaders go around Matt Yost, put him a lap down. As Collier's now lost a little bit of distance to your 2 front runners here.
Daniel Simmons, Jamie Knopf, your leaders for this, or Knopf, your leader for this race right now. Daniel Simmons wanting to have that lead. He is going to be making a charge for that lead on his teammate.
Looks like they're checking out from Collier. That long run pace in those cars is showing now. They're able to stretch that gap.
First and second are bumper to bumper right now, excuse me, as third place is 1.6 seconds behind, fourth 1.9, and fifth 2.8. Not a lot of competition for these 2 cars right here. We're good. We are seeing a good, I guess you'd say, battle for teammates. 6 car probably knowing he can't do much because of how even those cars are. In terms of setup wise, 6 car is just going to have to capitalize on a mistake of the 2 if he makes one.
And we might have green flag pit stops coming up soon. That's another great place to take advantage of your teammate and get him on pit road.
Absolutely. As we know, the last time they went down pit lane is lap 45.
Their short run speed's quick. Maybe not as quick as you see out of Javon Thompson and Collier, but long run pace is just outstanding.
Absolutely. These two cars right here showing that they are the class of the field. Doing a great job keeping the cars behind them.
As we've completed 78 laps of your 133 scheduled laps tonight, as your two leaders continue to increase that gap to third place Collier.
Let's go on board for the 6 car for one lap to show you guys what it's like on a lap around Kansas Motor Speedway. Your Dega Boys onboard camera here on the 6 car.
Wow, they went to the bottom here. They got off the top. That's interesting.
That 6 car letting off the gas real early into that corner. He might have something for this 2 car.
Well, they've been ripping the outside for the last 20 laps, and then you go on board and they go right to the bottom. That's an interesting strategy, is that maybe the lanes switch back to the bottom, or maybe they're trying something out here. Oh, as the 2 gets loose off the corner, the 6 had to check up a little bit.
The 6 car taking it a little easy on his teammate. Wanting to make this a 1-2 for their team. Doing a great job right now. If they keep this up, it's absolutely a possibility.
And Simmons just can't find a way around his teammate at the moment. He's just so even with his teammate. He just hasn't had a chance to make a run at him yet.
Let's go ahead and go to our 7th place contender. That is our closest battle right now. Other than these two, Mitchell Samito. Mitchell Samito announcing he is part of Ace Racing now. So you can see him running with those guys for the foreseeable future. Mitchell Samito running in 7th place right now, doing a great job. Trying to keep that car clean as he runs the top side. He gets into the wall a little bit. Sorry, Mitchell, I kind of jinxed you there.
The announcer's jinx. Can't escape it. As you see Ace Racing here running 4 through 6, so they're all really close in speed.
Matt Steven leading the charge there for Ace Racing, coming up behind Rob Collier in 3rd place. He's running a lot faster lap times, too. We're talking about 2/10 quicker.
Yeah, he just drove up and passed Javon Thompson there. Now trying to get by Collier for 3rd.
He is the...
So Collier's long run speed is just not there.
Him and Javon Thompson almost running identical lap times. The 2 fastest cars on the track right now. The 98 and 93. We see how hard it is to pass here. We've seen it basically for the past 30 laps or so. How hard it is to pass. Matt Steven is going to have to find a way around this car if he doesn't want everybody else catching him, and to let the 2 lead lap cars not get too far ahead. They've got a good gap. We don't want to increase it.
Yeah, Matt Stevens running faster lap times. I think he's trying to get by Collier as quick as he can here, and maybe he could run down your 2 leaders.
Matt Steven being severely handicapped right now by that 0-2 car, trying to find a way, as we see now the 5 car of George Oaks wanting a part of this action.
Yeah, George Oakes just ran identical lap time right there to Javone Thompson.
George Oakes running a 32 flat. That is an insane time. He is hauling.
Wow, he kind of came out of nowhere there. Now he's mixing it up here for fourth right now with Matt Steven.
Matt Steven just having a really hard time trying to get around this O2 car. Cannot do it. Maybe the 5 car can get up in there and get the job done to allow everybody else to come on by. See a little bit of a run coming out of the 98 car off of turn 4. Can't really do much with it. The passing is just extremely hard right now on these old tires. He's having to rip the bottom line.
As you see him sliding up out of turn 2 right there, Matt Steven.
We have
Really abusing his tires up
Ste-
on that inside line.
Steven Downton is going down pit lane right now, possibly trying to split the remaining laps to get some fresh tires on that 09 machine. Click to him real quick. He's still going down pit road. He's got a little bit of damage. See if he takes his quick repair.
So now the pit lane is open for strategy now. We're in the window as we have 44 laps 44 laps remaining in this race. Oakes gets into Steven! He saves it, but there's a caution. Well, never mind the strategy game. We're going to see pit stops. Oh, man. I don't know what happened there.
He spent a little bit too long on pit road there. We did get a little bit of that action. We're going to go back to this yellow flag and see what happened. Matt Steven, George Oakes going into turn 3 here. Let's see if we can see what happened. The 5 car just getting a pretty good run on the 98. He shoves it down into turn 3 and gets into the 98 car of Matt Steven a little bit too much there. The 5 car knew he had a faster car, was trying to get around, couldn't get it done. So he says, see ya.
Looked like he got a little arrow tight right there on the inside. He had that thing pegged to the bottom and it kind of skated on him.
So we see the leaders coming down pit road. The 2 car looking like he's got a little bit of damage on that right side. The 6 car has no more quick repairs. We saw that from the earlier wrecked. Still a very fast car. It's got a little bit of damage as well. Let's see what these leaders do.
I mean, I would have been shocked if the 2 car didn't have a scuff on his right side with how much he was riding that wall there.
Yeah, he collected.
Let's see how important this first pit stall is for Javone Thompson as he led off pit road last time. He doesn't this time. As your front 3 remains served.
Javone Thompson getting out ahead of Roger Saucier there in the 4 car.
Looks like Oakes might have been repairing damage. He's back in 9th as we run. As Mayhew is staying out. Wow, interesting.
Let's see if he might be coming down pit road this time. Yeah, he is. He wanted to probably lead a lap there, get a couple of extra points. The 29 car electing to come down pit lane right now.
Now this kind of changes the race. We got 40 laps, or we'll have about 40, little under 40, maybe 38 laps to go when we go green. And we saw how fast Rob Collier's car is on the short run.
Let's pull
maybe
up,
he made an adjustment for the long run.
Let's pull up Jamie Knopf here and see how he's feeling. Jamie Knopf, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Jamie, we see you leading this pack, leading this field pretty much, a good amount of the race. Tell us how your car's feeling.
Handling pretty good. But there's some fast cars out here too, so I just hope we can get a good run here to the end.
Absolutely. You and the 6 car are definitely putting on the class for the field, doing a great job out there tonight. We wish you the best luck. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
All right, thank you.
That was your leader, Jamie Knopf, currently leading this race.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Simmons made an adjustment there. It looked like Kanoff was a little faster on the short run than his teammate. But his teammate really came to life there about 15 laps into the run. Collier, we know he can launch off just great. He's got that short run speed dialed in tonight. Same with Javone Thompson. So we'll see how this plays out here as we're going to have, 38 laps to go when we go green?
Yeah, absolutely. We know the 02 car's fast. We know the 93 car's fast. And we know that the 4 car loves to spice it up a little bit. We could probably see that 4 car going 3 wide. In this restart, the lights are off on the pace truck. That means we are going green flag racing. This time by the 2 car is going to lead your field to green.
Looks like we got a quick pit road report. Jared, what do you got down there?
Guys, I just able to talk to Scott Matthew, and he's been he's felt like he's driven very consistently. He feel like his car has been very tight all day, and I've just been trying to get a perspective on some other people that have been driving, and he's just hoping for green the rest of the way.
Awesome. Thank you for that pit road report there, Jared. As the pace car comes off the track, the 2 car leads the field to green, and he gets a pretty good jump over his teammate in the 6 car. The 02 of Rob Collier is staying on the inside of that 6 car, but the 6 car prevails. The 02 car staying on the bumper of this 6 car. As the 4 car passes the 93, coming out of turn 2.
Collier peeking to the bottom here. You've seen him fire off great all night as he shoots by both of them. Showtime to the lead.
Rob Collier taking the lead. No questions asked. He said, I am taking this, and he does. The 02 car making a statement right now, passing 2 cars in 1 corner.
Wow, what a move by Showtime. He sent that into the corner. Reminiscent of Carl Edwards here back in 08.
As we see the 4 car trying to work a little bit on this 6 car, coming out of turn 4. The 6 car throws a little bit of a block, but the 4 car says, no way, I'm coming.
As you can see, we've mentioned it with the long run speed of those 2 cars. They don't really fire off great. Collier needs to check out and check out now.
Collier right now 2/20 quicker than the whole field. He has a great short run car. The 4 car trying to work over this 6 car right now as he looks to the inside.
Saucier to the bottom of Simmons. Still side by side. Looks like Simmons is going to get the run off the corner and hold the spot.
Saucier having some issues in that 4 car, trying to pass the 6. Not looking like he can get it done, but maybe Javone Thompson in 5th place can get up there and cause a little bit of a stir.
Your pole sitter, Javone Thompson, looking for 4th on Saucier. Where does he go? To the bottom. Oh! Saucier sideways. He saves it.
That was a great
Gosh,
save.
he's a wheelman.
The 93 car passing the 4 car after the 4 car has some troubles. The 93 of Javone Thompson now with just about a 1 second gap in between him and the 6 car. The 2 car is trying his best to get up to the 02 car. We'll see how that works out.
After all we've seen today, your fastest 3 cars have cycled to the lead as we have 34 laps to checkered.
I think Rob Collier is going to need another caution to get those fresh tires closer to the checker flag. So he has that short run speed over the 2 and the 6 car. And we got a caution on track. Jonathan Golden.
Oh man, I think that's the last thing Kanoff and Simmons wanted to see. They were starting to run him down a little bit. They closed the whole 10th on him.
Let's go back and look at this yellow flag caution from the 86 car. 86 car. We see Mitchell Samito behind him. Let's see what happens here. A little bit of net code, a little bit of take, not a lot of give as we see Steven Downton really grabbing the worst end of that. Big ol' hit there. Nowhere for Steven Downton to go. Let's go back and look at this from Steven Downton's point of view. We're going to take you on board the Dega Boys onboard camera. Here we go. Just
right in
nowhere
his
to
lap.
go. So unfortunate there for the 09 car. Might have a little bit of engine damage. So we see back to live Jamie Knopf and Daniel Simmons going down pit road. Rob Collier decides to stay out in that 02 car. Javone Thompson, Matt Steven, Dallas Seward, and Georgia Oaks all elect to stay out. That is the top 5 right there. Let's see what our 2 leaders do. We're putting on some right sides right now. The 4 car in as well.
Wow, you got to imagine Collier out there on them old tires going to be a sitting duck. Wow.
As we see all of these leaders here taking 4 tires. This could spell disaster for the field if this goes green for the rest of the time. Tires are at a premium right now.
Yeah, I think they had to take tires with the short run speed that they've been lacking to Collier. That was really their only chance to get an advantage on him. Wow.
Absolutely. They're going to have their work cut out for them, sitting in 6th and 7th of the 6 car, the 2 car of Jamie Knopf, and the 6 car of Daniel Simmons, again, having their work cut out for them, trying to pass these cars. Let's see if they can do it. I have confidence that they can.
Wow. This race just got interesting.
Let's pull up Rob Collier and see what he's thinking. Rob, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I gotcha.
Rob, we see you spicing some things up in the front there. Not electing to take tires here for this caution. Tell us what's going through your head.
Oh, I don't have any tires. When I got sent down the backstretch, I literally had to change that set of tires.
Oh, so the 02 car is braking right now. No more tires. He is on his last set for these last remaining laps. Rob Collier, can you pull it off?
Just have to see. I take off a lot better than all these guys, and I have to control the restart now. So hopefully, Jamie and Daniel running some roadblocks, and I can come home with it.
Absolutely. The 02 car looking for some luck to try and bring it home into victory lane. Rob, thank you for coming up here for doing this interview, and good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
Breaking news, the 02 car out of tires. Can he pull this off? This is going to be a phenomenal ending to this race. I'm wondering now if most of these cars are out of tires.
I don't know. I didn't hear a whole lot of confidence out of him with that interview. I mean, he's probably worried right now. I would be worried. Those two rocket ships back there, they're going to have 20 something laps, 28 laps when we go green to catch him. Wow. That is huge right there for Collier.
And it's even bigger news for the 2 and the 6 car. They smell blood in the water. They want it. They have fresh tires coming on this restart. The lights are out on the pace truck. That means we're going green flag racing this time by.
Wow, I don't even know what to expect here.
Me neither. This is going to be
man.
some great racing, though. As we see the 02 car leading the field to green, he gets a pretty big jump. As he was talking to us about, he needed that. He's going to get a great jump on the field as we see the 2 car already taking it 3 wide in the back. As this is concerning for the 02 team. He needs to get as much gap as he can coming in these next few laps while the 2 cars still... And we have a wreck in the back!
They're wrecking!
The 5 car of George Oak!
Oh! There's the yellow. That's... Oh, man. I saw not a lot of real estate and a lot of cars making contact there. Oh.
That 5 car of George Oaks getting a lot of damage there. Let's go ahead and look at that yellow flag. Oh, excuse me. This is the wrong yellow flag. I apologize. Let me get to the right one here. As we already see, George Oaks getting into the 29 car.
Oh, wow. Simmons is to the outside there. I didn't see if he got any contact. Nope, looks like he's clear. Yeah, that's tough.
The 8 car just coming in, trying to avoid. Cannot get out of the way. Slams into the 5 car. The 8 car probably with some pretty good damage as well. Got some good right front damage. That's huge for a track like this, where aero means a lot. George Oaks on pit lane. We also see Mitchell Samito on pit lane. Getting some tires on that thing. Let's put some tire or get some damage repaired too. We might see this 8 car getting a pretty good finish.
Well, I mean, the good thing there for Collier is we get more laps off the end of this race, and Jamie and Daniel weren't able to get by anybody there, so we're really just re-racking them with a few laps less on the board.
Absolutely. This could mean a good thing for the 02 car. We did see that 2 and 6 car piling their way through the field. Those fresh tires mean everything.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna see here, like what to expect, and I'm at a loss of words.
This is awesome. This is shaping out to be a fantastic race. The 02 car out of tires has nothing else to make that car faster. The 2 and the 6 car on, 20 lap fresher tires? Or 10 lap fresher tires?
Yeah, I mean, the race is in their hands. Wow. It's just, sit and duck. If you're Collier, you just want to check out and hide. And I don't think there's much hiding here. Oh, man.
We know that 98 car can be a moving chicane, as we seen him earlier in the race blocking a fairly good amount to hold that lead position. Maybe he can help the O2 car stay in the front. We know the 93 car is a pretty fast car. The 4 car takes a lot of risks. He wants that reward, but there's a lot standing in between these cars and that trophy at the end of the race. The 2 and the 6 car with fresher tires trying to see if they can pull off the win.
Yeah, I know that Javone Thompson and Matt Steven have been really fast today. I think that Collier needs to check out quick, and then hopefully they can put up a quick fight or a difficult fight for the 2 and 6. Make it difficult for them to get past, and that's kind of what I'm looking for from Collier.
Luckily
But
for
really
him,
all he can control.
Luckily for him, he's going to be leading this field to green. With the lights off on the pace truck, he can get that jump on the restart and try to get a good distance in between him and that 2 and 6 car, as we see the pace truck pull off the track. The O2 car gonna lead your field to green. Let's see what he can do. Green flag in the air. O2 car gets a fantastic jump over second place. Rob Collier leading your field into turn 1. Lots of side-by-side racing. The 2 car looking like he wants to get past these guys. He relents into turn 1 as they're 2 wide for third place.
Oh, Saucier is playing the long game here. Blocks the 2.
Roger Saucier
man.
being a huge help to the O2 effort to win this race. He blocks the 2 car all the way down the back straightaway.
That was an aggressive block down the back there by Saucier. He is making it extremely difficult for Jamie on that outside.
The 4 car prevailing, coming off of turn 2, holding the 2 and the 6 car behind him, as we see the 2 and the 6 car go side by side. The 4 car making a run for third place.
Wow, that 4 car's got some speed left in him still on them older tires as he shoots to the bottom of Thompson for second.
Roger Saucier making a run for the lead. Passing third place, Jamie Knopf coming into 4th place with his teammate behind him. Matt Steven relents. 4th place to both of those cars. Javone Thompson is set in their sights.
Wow, I did not expect this speed out of Saucier as he's a little loose off the corner. Saves it as Jamie Knopf is going to the bottom.
Jamie Knopf going side by side with the 93. He's going to rip the bottom through 1 and 2. As the 4 car still a little squirrely, we see the 6 car get a little loose too.
Jamie side by side with Roger. Down the back for second. Roger leaks ahead going into 3. Jamie sends it in deep. Can he make the pass out of 4?
Jamie Knopf making a run for second place. He can't get it done through the front straightaway. Roger Saucier holds on into turn 1.
Roger Saucier, he's screaming, I want this win. This is my race. He's trying to track down your leader, Collier.
The 2 car giving a little bit of draft to his teammate of the 6 car. The 2 and the 6 up to 3rd and 4th out of turn 4.
So we have 16 laps to go at the line.
I don't know if if Rob can hold on to this. The 2 and the 6 car with a huge head of steam going through turn 1 and 2. Roger Saucier now getting up to the back bumper of the O2 car, looking for the lead of the race. This is not what Rob Collier wants.
Man, I am still just impressed with the speed that we're seeing out of Saucier. He's cutting into the lead of Collier here as we come to 15 to go at the line.
Going through 1 and 2, we see a little bit of lap traffic. Can they make a play into this? I don't know yet. Alpha turn 2, the 0-2 car, still a couple car lengths behind this lap traffic, but the 2 and the 6 are slowly coming up to second place of Roger Saucier.
Wow, Jamie to the outside as Roger Saucier is closing in on your leader, Rob Collier. He's looking to the bottom. Collier covers it, and he goes to the inside. Roger Saucier for the lead into turn 1.
Oh, and he gets a little loose, little tight going through 1 and 2. The 0-2 car pushes up the racetrack. The 4 has to get off the gas. The 4 car is going to try to block the 2 again. He's going to complete it. Going into turn 3, 4 car still in second place. The 2 car in third as Rob Collier holds on to the lead off of 4.
Coming to the line to get 13 to go. Rob Collier still holds the lead over Saucier. Saucier up against the wall into 1, trying to set up a pass on Collier.
Collier really not getting a lot of help from this lap car. He is actually making him worse. That lap car is being a huge hindrance to this 0-2 team's performance here right now. He cannot get around him.
Showtime Rob Collier is getting really tight off of the corners. Those tires are going away fast. Saucier looks to the inside of turn 1.
Saucier getting a little bit of a bumper on the inside of the 0-2. He goes side by side with the 0-2 as the 2 car gets a huge run down the back straightaway, pushing the 0-2 into turn 3. The 0-2 is almost going to have to relent the lead to the 4 car as he does coming off of turn 4. The 4 car, your new leader, as the 2 car takes it 3 wide across the start finish line. And they're all...
Oh, they contact! Oh, Saucier they save it! Oh my goodness, incredible as Collier retakes the lead. Can he hang on?
The 4 car, incredible car control there. After going 3 wide across the start finish line, he wants second place back. He goes on the inside of the 2. And they make contact again!
Contact!
The 2 car going through the infield!
They save it! That's what Collier needed.
Jamie Knopf.
Oh, there's a car spin. Oh, he saved it again.
Flag.
Caution. What a turn of events in the last 3 laps. My goodness, what did we just witness?
That was some intense racing right there. Rob Collier holding on to the lead. Not a lot he can do here. He's got real old tires. He has Daniel Simmons behind him. But he also has kind of a teammate with Roger Saucier pulling some spicy moves there. Let's take a look at that replay. This yellow flag. See, Robert Gast being that caution there. Let's take a look and see what happened. A little bit of miscommunication between him and the 29 car, getting together there, trying to check up for that wrecked car of the 2 car. Jamie Knopf. Let's rewind this. Go back to the crazy action that we were seeing with Jamie Knopf and Roger Saucier. Let's take this on board of a very intricate camera.
Oh, that's a lot of contact. Those cars are both got significant damage.
You see Matt Steven there going on the inside, making a heck of a move, and then the 87 car wrecking in front of the 2. I think the 2 car still has a quick repair. Let's go live here and see how he's doing on pit road.
Oh, is the whole field pits. Oh, look at Javon Thompson, Matt Steven. Wow. I mean, this race has just been outstanding tonight. I mean, these guys are driving their hearts out for you at home. If you're not watching, you need to tune in. This is fantastic racing. Nobody wants to lose.
17 of the best iRacing drivers on the service going at it at Kansas tonight. They are sure putting on a show. Very entertaining right now as we see Rob Collier going to lead this pack to green on some very old tires. He holds off on that old craziness right there.
I mean, after all of that, we get Showtime, Rob Collier, and Big Money Daniel Simmons side by side for this restart here. Probably the best two cars all day. Under 10 laps to go at Kansas. Just incredible.
Now we know that the O2 car has some very good short run speed with new tires. He has very old tires. We're talking 30 laps now. But the 6 car pitted 15 laps ago. So he only has 15 lap old tires. But he has a very good long run car. His car is just now reaching its prime with these tires. The O2 car is going to have a mountain to climb in order to stay ahead of that 6.
Really interested to see what Matt Steven and Javon Thompson can do here. 5th and 6th on fresh tires. Are they going to be a factor?
We've also got Dallas Seward in that 38 car and Roger Saucier in that 4 car. We know that Saucier loves to spice it up, making it 3-4 wide at times. As we see the lights come off on the pace truck, that means we're going green flag racing. This time we're going to have 7 laps to go.
Oh man, I am excited for this restart. I have no idea what to expect. Can Collier hang on and win this race? Or will Simmons, with those fresher tires, be able to take the lead and take advantage on Collier? Or will it be somebody from behind, like Matt Steven or Javon Thompson, your pole sitter, on new tires?
We've got Jamie Knopf in 7th place in the 4th row on the inside. Maybe he can do something about it. Matt Steven, Javon Thompson in front of him. The real one we're going to watch, though, Rob Collier, as the pace truck pulls off. Rob Collier leading this field to green. See if he can get a jump.
Green.
He gets a great jump on this restart. The O2 car pulling way out ahead. The side-by-side action with the 38 and the 6. The 4 car trying to make it 3 wide. Thinks better of it. The 4 car on the bottom. Side-by-side with the 6 through 1 and 2.
Spicy Roger Saucier to the bottom, going for second. As Seward covers Simmons. He has nowhere to go.
The 4 car extremely fast through 3 and 4. He goes on the bottom side, passes 2 cars. We're looking for 6 to go at the line. He takes the lead of the race. Roger Saucier in the 4 car through 1 and 2, your leader.
I thought that damage was terminal, and he says, nope, I'm in the lead of this race. He refuses to lose.
The O2 car getting shuffled out 3 wide into turn 3. The 98 and O2. The 2 car is on his way to the front. Can he make a charge to the front, passing Saucier?
5 to go at the line. Saucier v. Kinoff. Who's going to win?
Saucier holding strong in that lead right now. But it looks like Knopf is going to get a good run on him. Identical lap times, these 2 cars. Knopf looks unstoppable right now. He's got a lot of speed coming out of turn 4.
Saucier with a big block to the bottom. Kane off to the outside. He's going to have to make it work as Javon Thompson is closing.
Knopf pulling a fantastic lap time, but guess who's faster? Javon Thompson in 3rd place. He's coming up to this battle.
As we come out of 4, coming to get 3 laps to go. Can Kanoff make a charge as he gets blocked again by Saucier?
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, man. Oh, no. We're going to get an overtime.
Matt Yost looking like he wrecked there. I don't know where he went.
Looks like Collier was involved. Those old tires just finally had enough.
Let's look at this yellow flag here. Going back to see what happened. Let's look at the 70 cars. We press play. The 70 car looking to go 3 wide. He just gets into the 87. Not enough room there. Lots of damage. Rob Collier getting collected in that. Looks like the 87 of Robert. No, well, Robert Gass getting a little bit of damage as well.
That's just tough for Rob Collier. Showtime. He knew he was a sitting duck. We knew he's a sitting duck. Everyone at home knew he was a sitting duck. Just unfortunate. Couldn't get it there to the end.
Doing a very good job holding off the people behind him on fresh tires. Just wasn't enough. We see some cars.
Simmons comes down. I mean, if you got tires, you might as well take them now.
Absolutely.
We saw how quick those guys were on old tires, or on new tires that last restart. Javon Thompson and Jamie Knopf, they drove all the way up to 2nd and 3rd.
Let's see what Daniel Simmons, let's see if he's got another set of tires. And he does. He's going to be putting new tires on. Wow. Daniel Simmons saving lots of sets of tires there. Possibly on his last one. He's going to use it for this last-ditch attempt at this green-white checkered. Daniel Simmons going to be restarting 9th. He's got some work in front of him, but we know how important those tires are.
Well, now recalling with Jared with that pit road report earlier in the race when he mentioned that Simmons was on those 48-lap old tires on that first run. So that's that last set of tires that he didn't use earlier in the race. Now they're on the car.
On the car, looking for another trophy. The 6 car of Daniel Simmons. The 4 car wants that trophy just as bad.
Saucier just refuses to lose. The wheelman himself, Roger Saucier.
So we saw some very good lap times out of this 4 car. We also saw some great lap times out of the 2 car and the 93 of Javon Thompson, pulling identical lap times to the 2 car, and he had dirty air. Can the 93 car prevail? He's going to be on the inside on this restart. This is going to get very interesting. We saw the 98 car of Matt Steven also pretty fast. Maybe he can get up there and spice it up a little bit.
Everyone buckle up. We're going to get some of that Nexus overtime racing here tonight at Kansas.
These drivers putting on a show for you guys tonight. Great racing Nothing to complain about. Heck of a show these guys are putting on.
Looks like the lights are out. We're getting ready to go racing.
I'm getting antsy myself. This is going to be a great finish. We'll round out the top 5 for you guys. The 4-car of Roger Saucier going to be leading the field to green with Jamie Knopf in the 2-car on the outside.
And we have Javone Thompson in the car that smiles back 93 with Matt Steven to his outside.
And then rounding out your top 5, Tim Henderson in that 60 car. We actually got Rob Collier in 6th place too. Let's see if he can hold out for a good top 10, possibly a top 5 finish. As we see the 4-car of Roger Saucier going to be leading this field to green. The pace truck is off. Let's see if that 4-car can get a good jump on this restart.
Green, green, green.
And he gets a pretty good restart. He gets a car length jump over 2nd place. Javone Thompson on the inside, passing Knopf in the 2-car going into turn 1.
Can Javone Thompson in the car that smiles back make a charge on them fresh tires on Saucier as Knopf goes to the inside for 2nd, down the back.
Javone Thompson actually getting a run down the back straightaway to the 4-car. We are coming to the white flag lap. Too wide as the 6-car wrecks behind him on fresh tires. The 6-car's not going to be a factor in this race.
White flag in the air, lap 137. The final lap of the race as Knopf is on the bumper of Saucier as he gets tie off of 2. Here he comes. He's mounting a charge. Saucier is going to play defensive line on the inside. Knopf to the outside. No, he follows in the tracks of Roger Saucier. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time. Looks like Roger Saucier is going to hang on for the win here at Kansas.
What a finish. The 4-car. And they're wrecking after the flag. The 4-car pulling off the win here in dramatic fashion. The 4-car, Roger Saucier, your winner tonight.
The wheelman out of Ace Racing, Roger Saucier, refused to lose this race tonight and takes the dub here at Kansas for his first win of the season.
What a phenomenal job by that 4-car, capitalizing on some mistakes, capitalizing on some great brand new tires, getting it done. That was an awesome race. Let's pull up Bryce Saucier and interview him. Bryce Saucier, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal job pulling off that win tonight. What a great race you played out, holding off to the end to put on some tires and get yourself to the lead. Tell us about your race.
Really, I didn't think I had something for the LA guys, but as the sun went down, the car really came to me, and I got the track position I needed and was able to hold them off.
Absolutely. Doing a phenomenal job, Mr. Wheelman Bryce Saucier here, pulling off the win and conquering in Kansas. Bryce, do you have anybody to thank for this win?
First, I got to dedicate it to my uncle. Yeah, passed away last Monday, and he was on the hood with me. He was riding with me tonight.
Awesome. Well, our condolences to you. Awesome to get a win with him on the hood. Congratulations, Bryce Saucier.
Thank you.
That was Bryce Saucier, your winner tonight, racing with heavy hearts. Let's pull up 2nd place here, Jamie Knopf. Jamie, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Jamie, it looks like just a little bit short there. You definitely had the speed to get it done. Not enough time. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was a pretty good run. I just got tangled up there. Had to come into pits and restart about 10th, I think. Get back to second. That was about the best I could do.
Definitely an impressive run by you and the 6, coming out of the pits, working together to get yourselves back up to the front. You guys definitely put on a class tonight with your running. Great setups all around. We know that you guys worked pretty hard on those setups. You guys did a great job. Absolutely dominant. Just unfortunate coming just a little bit short there. But I'm sure we'll see you in victory lane soon. Jamie, do you have anybody else to thank?
I'd just like to thank Daniel for all his hard work on setup this week. This was one he had worked on and had ready for us. It was real good in the long run, but then those cautions there at the end kind of hurt the long run.
All right.
We just needed a little more lap.
Absolutely. Jamie, thank you for coming up and doing this interview. Your second place runner tonight, Jamie Knopf, in the 2 car. We'll see you later. Now, in third place, your driver, Javone Thompson. Let's pull him up here. Javone, you got a copy? It's Thomas and Jay in the booth.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, nice job on your third place finish. It's 3 straight podium finishes. What were you thinking there at the end of having a shot there to run down Bryce and Jamie there?
That last caution was a blessing because it gave me, the second to last caution, it gave me an opportunity to put on 4 tires. And I think I kind of over adjusted on the car because I was pushing real tight that green-white checker there.
Nice. Well, you did a great job. 3 straight podium finishes for you. Is there anybody you would like to thank for this performance tonight?
I'd just like to thank my teammates, SK, Matt, Rob, helping us out. Rob giving us big tips on the setups, and SK for putting this all together.
All right. Congratulations again on your third place finish, and we hope to see you again run up front in the races to come.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
That was your top 3 for the race tonight. Roger Saucier pulling it off, winning this race, conquering Kansas. We appreciate everybody coming out here to watch this race. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment to our channel here. We surely do appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you guys next time. This is Thomas and Jay in the booth. We are signing off.
We about to turn it on. turn it